All right, David King wanted to know how I set up my de-esser. So, hey, let's check it out.
You're listening to The Dangerous Mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov. No excuses, no BS, no pants.
This is the UAD Precision De-Esser. I like it a lot. I think it's a lot more transparent than the Oxford suppressor. It's a lot easier to use, and it has very minimal impact on your DSP. So let me show you how I set this up. 3 controls, right? Pretty easy. So what we're going to primarily use here is this little S button right here. This is your listen mode right here. So when I press on this, right, you're only going to hear the part of the signal that the de-esser is processing. So this is going to help us narrow down what the most offending frequency range is. All right, this is like your Q setting. This is the width of your affected area, what you're going to use. You really don't want to use high pass, because when you use high pass, it's really too broad, right? So to set this up, do this. So set width all the way, go to high pass, and then one click past that, right? 1.61 octave. Threshold won't matter when we're in listen mode, and we're just going to sweep frequency. And the way we're going to do it is you're going to go tss, 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 tss. Don't just go tss, because you need the onset of the tss of your sibling sound, all right, to really do this effectively. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to go tss, tss, tss. All right, so then that feels pretty good right there. That's probably pretty close to what I had before, I think. I don't remember what that was. I think it was 9.8 or so, 9.7. 9.77 actually. Okay, so, all right, so we're going to go back into listen mode. Now we're going to do the same thing with our width to narrow down the Q. All right, she sells seashells by the seashore. All right, not bad. If I take out the de-esser, she sells seashells by the seashore. Sorry about that. If I took the top of your head off with that sibilance. So, all right, so that would be really pretty much the setting that I would use. Now, the great thing about this is once you get your frequency and your width set, really the only thing that may be fluid throughout your session or basically throughout your usage of the de-esser is your threshold. Now, as the day progresses, my voice seems to get a little bit more sibilant. So what I do is before each session, I will adjust the threshold as needed. So I may start here at 12 o'clock, and then, it may drift a little bit further counterclockwise during the day, depending upon how sibilant I am. But the frequency and the width will generally always stay the same. So that's how I do it. Really, really simple. The other consideration I want to mention is that the de-esser should be in your chain. It basically right after your preamp and before any compression. Because any compression you apply to your signal before you de-ess will accentuate anything. If your sibilance is within the compression range, it's going to accentuate that. It's going to make it harder to control. So if you can de-ess as early as possible in your chain, it will help you out a lot. So de-ess first and then process. So preamp, de-esser, processing, any processing, like if you have a little bit of compression or EQ on it, do it all after you de-ess. Okay? Well, that's how I do it. Let me know what you think, all right? So until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.